Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fish with Bish. Already got 3 thumbs up. Thanks very much, whoever that is. Oh, has Guardian Adventures already waiting? I thought you might be away, mate. I thought, or are you? Are you away? Dojo's allotment specialist. Hello, brother. How you doing? Pleased to see you. I've not even bothered going down to the garage today. I just thought I'd do it from up here. So, don't tell me that you're in. Was it Spain? Yeah, Spain. You're in Spain, and you're tuning in to the Bish. What can I say? Let me just move this a little bit closer so I can read it. Rod Piker Drones. Hello. Thank you very much for your support. You're the very guy I need to speak to. I need an idiot's guide to droning. Got myself a drone. I know you've got to shoot off, but thanks very much for coming in. I've managed to turn it on, but that's as far as I've got so far. So I've got a couple of fisheries that'll let me use the drone, so I can have a practice there. But at the minute, I'm a bit too enclosed in the garden and stuff like that to even attempt it. So I'll probably be I'll be looking at your channel. So thank you very much, Seamus. Thank you very much. And Rod Piker, thanks very much for coming in. Just spending a little bit of time. Mate, it's a DJI Phantom 2. It's got loads of stuff with it. It's got one of those FPVs with it, first person view, but I can't manage to get that to work. That's a bit I'm struggling with. And as I say, I just need to get out onto somewhere where it's open. And there's a couple of fisheries near me that I said, please, Bish, just come and have a go and have a what's it. But I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest, quite impressed. Because you can pick them up relatively cheaply now. They're quite expensive. But got a GoPro 3 with it as well, which is quite good. And the gimbal, the gimbal. So that's quite good. I got all that, and it's pretty good. So, but it's just a matter of getting my head around it. As I say, my main thing is doing that first person thing. Thank you very much, Seamus. I enjoyed doing it. I was talking to Mark, who's become quite a good friend of mine now at Willow Marsh Fishery. Told me what he was going to do. And I just said, look, mate, I'd love to come down, do a bit of filming, just to highlight the men's mental health, because we don't talk, do we? The only time I do any talking, I talk all the bloody time. The only time I do any sort of serious talking is on this. But we don't talk about feelings or anything like that. Because we're fishermen, really. So yes, Rod Piker. I saw a guy who said some brilliant advice, and he said, if you've just got it, take the gimbal off and fly for at least 3 or 4 hours to get that under your belt before you put the camera on as well. So I don't know whether you think that is a good piece of advice, but I thought that was quite good. And I think as well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure I've seen one where you can actually fly a simulator. Yes, thanks, Dojo. I really enjoyed doing that video, to be honest. I had a lovely time. They're a great family. Those pictures at the very beginning of the video, the pictures at the beginning of the video, I said to them, right, I want you, every time I shout now, I want you to all look in different directions. And it just worked brilliantly once I clicked it in with the snap of the thanks, Rod Piker. I think that's good advice as well. I'm going to have a go, but I will be looking at your videos as well, my friend. What was I saying? Yeah, and I asked them to all look different ways, and it just worked out brilliantly. And the 2 lads doing the checking out the oxygen levels in the water, I have never ever seen that before. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but I've never seen that before, which was really interesting, I thought. Seamus is exactly my point exactly. He's doing everything. I've got a video where I actually fished at Willow Marsh as well, but I don't like to. Like, I want to vary the videos, obviously. So what I've done is I put the fishing video is going to be in about 2 weeks' time. But what he's actually done is where the pegs are, because obviously it's a pegged out area around the pond. Where the pegs are, they've actually raked in front of the pegs, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But what he's done as well, this is just beyond going beyond the pale. Really, he's actually left that as me and you probably would, as people who like their intonation and everything. He's left the pile of stuff on the side, so that if anything comes through, anything comes out of the pond, has a chance to get back in. So there you go.
It's okay.
Yes, thanks, Rod Piker. Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry about that. I've got some alerts coming through, but yeah, please, as you come in, just hit the like, have a chat. Let's have a what's it, Rod Piker. It's very, very good of you. Just to pop in, because I'm quite happy to see anybody coming into the live stream. We'll have a chat. I've been reading the fishing press this week, and I got a few stories that we'll have a chat about, and we'll see what it's all right. They're just banging the doors about. It's unheard of. Don't happen in our house, but because I'm live streaming, they are. So, but anyway, that's totally lost my stream. No, I've got a few of the weeklies that I get and stuff like that. There's some really interesting stuff in here at the minute. So yeah, we'll have a chat about that in a minute. Oh, I don't know. Obviously, I'm reading the thing, so I do apologise. I have to do this every week because I have to sit and read the things to keep up with what people are saying. Seamus, it's just there's no excuse. The place that I used to fish when I was growing up as a kid, during the close season, if you wanted to be part of that syndicate, you had to go down and you had to help paint the railings. It had loads of lilies in, so we had to get the lilies out. But like you'd be there in waders and whatever. Syndicated waters should know better, really. No, there's no way you should put a diseased fish back into a pond. That's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But and they admitted it as well. Idiot people, absolutely stupid people. But yeah, as I say, Willow Marsh is probably one of the best fisheries around here. Went to a place this week as well, which is another great place called Bell's Mill Fishery. Talking to John there, I went with my eldest cousin Pete, who thought he was on safari for some reason and came in a pale linen suit. That video's coming up soon. Coming up tomorrow or Sunday. But I went with my eldest cousin Pete, my brother Pete. Don't know why they're both called Pete, but and obviously Spartacus came along as well. We had a brilliant day. I caught in total, I think it was 65 fish I caught. I caught 8 barbel, loads of bream, some nice big bream as well. I didn't get them all on camera, but I got a fair few. So. Do you know, mate, you talking about the iodine solution. I was talking to Mark at Willow Marsh, and he's going to actually start selling little bottles of iodine. I carry one for exactly that thing. So if by any chance I do cut a lip or I catch a fish in the side or in the fin or wherever, and there's any blood at all, just a little drop of iodine in it, it just saves a lot. So. Just reading Rod Piker's message here. You know, oh, good grief, mate. Where are you based? Are you what part of the country are you based in? Andreas, my friend. Please, guys. Everybody in the chat, just have a look at Andreas's channel. Superb channel. I've just posted, Andreas. I've posted your painting of the bream today. So you'll be getting that pretty soon. I don't know how quick. I'm sure Sweden is pretty efficient, but whether we're as efficient as Sweden, I don't know. But yeah, check out Andreas's channel. Andreas, you check out the other guys' channel as well. The other guys' channels, great stuff. If you've not seen Andreas's Bream Time channel, it's brilliant. He does a lot of underwater footage, actually attached to the bait line, so that when the fish actually take it, you can see. But it's really informative watching. I've really noticed watching these videos how the smaller fish come in first. So the roach come in, and then the bream push them out the way. And it seems to me that the tench are the big guys in this, because I don't think there's many carp in your lakes over there, is there? But we'll soon find out. Let's go. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, Rod Piker, about your friend. It's a big thing. I mean, my fishing buddy Spartacus is my dad. I dread to think, but it's great to have someone to go with. I don't know how the fishing is over there. Could you not join a fishing club? That'd be a good option, and get back out onto the bank. Yeah. It'd be a shame not to wet a line again, but yeah. But I bet I'm just thinking, Northern Eye. I bet you've got some great locks out there that you can. Obviously, with the drones, you must be able to get some brilliant footage. Hi, John. Thank you very much for coming in, my friend. If anyone's not seen John's channel, have a look at John's channel. Some brilliant stuff on there. There's I love his landscape stuff. That is the best stuff I've seen on there. Does some fishing stuff as well, don't you, John? I think I've seen. Was it trout you caught last? I can't remember. I watch so many videos. I watch while I'm supposed to be editing. I'm watching fishing videos. So that's no good, is it? Just get this here. But there you go. Yeah, you'll have to get back into it, my friend. You'll have to see if you can join some kind of club. Is it mainly pike that you were into, like the predators, like the pike and the big perch and stuff like that, or was it like? Well, I don't know if you've seen my videos where, like, for me, it's species rather than size. I like to catch big fish. Everybody does, but I love to catch a lot of different fish. So yeah, but yeah, I mean. There's a guy over here, and he's called the Black Country Piker, and he does some brilliant videos. He's got some class videos out. Oh, pike and trout and fly fishing. I should be doing a collab with Seamus, who's I don't know if you know, but that's Asgardian Adventures. We're going to be doing a collab, and I'm hoping that Seamus will show me how to do a little bit of fly fishing, if he'll let me use his new fly fishing rod, which he's had as a present off the little one, and show me how to do a little bit of lure fishing. I've done lure fishing, but we're going way back when I was a lad. But yeah, but no, never sell your gear. Never ever sell your gear. I don't think I've ever sold anything. Mine just breaks, or it gets put in the back of the shed. And I've got must have about 20-30 rods that have all got the ends broke off, and I should go along trying to fix them and stuff like that. So Mike's in the house. Mr. Tyson, how are you? But yeah, it's Oh, lovely. Seamus was a bit worried about because they had a lot of flooding going through the river, and he was worried about this pike she bosses this one swim, and he'd not seen her for a while, so he was looking forward to. He's looking to see it, and he's got some information. She's been pushed into another spot. She's making her way back home. She's probably bullying her way back home, not making her way back home. You're right, Rob Piker. This is the thing with my type of fishing. Again, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but with my kind of fishing, it's all the gear and no idea for me. I carry a box, rod holder, nets. Obviously, I'm carrying the camera gear. So I carry 3 cameras, 4 cameras, 2 tripods. Then I have my roll because I'm a pole fisherman. I've got my pole roller, and it's just crazy, man. This is why I tend to do a lot of but I'd like to do. This is why I'd like to do a little bit more lure fishing. I want to do a little bit more fly fishing. I'm going to go do a little bit more waggler fishing as well, so I don't have to carry so much stuff. But yeah, I've had a couple of brilliant fishing sessions recently, which we've not seen on the what's it. So, but there you go. I'm glad you're okay, Mike. Funny enough, Mike's just said, "Don't I ever fish the rod?" That I have. It sounds like I'm trying to promote the channel all the time, but there is one I did about 6 months ago, which was a challenge for myself, a £20 challenge. I had to buy a rod, a reel, hooks, float, and bait, all for £20. And obviously, I did a car boot for the rod and the reel, which I don't really like because I'm always a bit worried about where does that stuff come from? Has it come out of someone's shed? And they don't know or whatever. But I bought it off this old fella and this old lady, and he just said that he didn't fish anymore. And I had a brilliant day. And this is why I'm saying I could do with it a bit. I could do with fishing with the rod. In my match days, when I used to be a match fisherman, I used to fish predominantly with the rod, to be honest. Very rarely fish the pole. And then I don't know what made me switch. I think I had a brilliant match somewhere with a pole. I inherited a pole of someone. They just gave me a pole and just said, "Try this," and I tried it and I loved it. And I think I won the competition. And ever since then, it's just been a big thing for me. So there you go. Oh, as Guardian Adventures, we're talking about the collab that we're going to be doing. I'll get you on some perch and point, mate. And we get time, I'll take you to my barbel and mix spot. Oh, brilliant. The thing, Seamus, is, listen to me, Seamus, if I get a perch over £2, it's a personal best. If I get any pike at all, it's my personal best. River barbel, biggest barbel, because I don't do personal best really. I should do. I'm going to invest in like a really easy, straightforward set of scales, and then on the videos, if I think it's a PB, that'll be my PB on the video, and then we'll track it from then on. So yeah. Thanks very much, Rob Parker, for coming in. Brilliant. I'll check out the channel. I'll probably contact you, and I'll probably pest you within an inch of your life for info about the drone. And you look out for my my first drone video. Oh God, it's scary. But there you go. Thanks very much, Rob Piker. We'll see you soon. Mike Bellsmill in the week, absolutely superb. Went with my brother, my eldest cousin Pete. He's a case. You'll see it on the video. Dressed like Daktari he was. For those who are old enough to remember Daktari, just like he was going on safari, to be honest. But absolutely brilliant. I had I think it was 8 barbel all of about pound, pound and a half. But they're lake barbels, so they're not like river barbel. They don't fight like that. I had a good conversation with John, who's the owner over there. There's a few things I'm going to do with John at Bell's Mill, which are coming up. I'm out tomorrow morning. I'm just doing a couple of hours filming at Willow Marsh. I'm not fishing at all, just taking the camera, and I want to do, because I'm going to do a few more in-depth about the fisheries, a bit like how I did the one for Mark at Willow Marsh. I'm going to do that for all my local fisheries, and also there'll be new fisheries as I become. There's a few things happening, but I'll be going to a few more different fisheries as well. Mate, Mike's asking what I caught the barbel on. I caught the barbel on a cube of meat, 8mm meat. Just bear with me 1 second. 1 second. And sorry about that, guys. And I was using this bad boy that I've done a review about, a box opening and a review. Top quality. This I've got one which was like wires that were all bolted into a frame, but this one comes with different blades, as you can see. I'm not sponsored by MAP, but if MAP want to send me anything, but you can get different size of these. So you can get, this is the 8mm, but you can get these in 10mm and 6mm also, and that's quite a good piece of kit, that is. But Rob Parker's still ain't gone. He keeps coming back, but I'm pleased he's still there, my friend. But yeah, it was on little cubes of meat. I started off on dead red maggots and caught loads of bream. The way Bell's Mill is set up, he's got a specimen lake and he's got a match lake. Specimen lake, he nets every year, and he takes, as I said before, I think he takes some of the carp out of there, and the better quality carp he puts into his match pool, just leaving a lot of the big carp in the specimen pool. So what you're getting is you're getting quality carp in the match lake, like fully scaled mirrors, linear mirrors. They're just gorgeous looking fish. You'll see some of them on the video that's coming out. It'll probably come out. Depends how much work I do tomorrow. As I say, I'm out early tomorrow doing some filming, but I want to try and edit this one. It's quite a long video as well. It's going to be at least 45 minutes because there's that much going on. Because there's 4 of us fishing. I stopped fishing, then started filming them. So no, it's quite good. Right, let me catch up with this. Biggest pike I ever caught. 27 pound. 27. That's about the weight of my leg. Earned me first place in a competition. 500 smackaroonies. I bet it took you nearly 10 minutes to get that in. I bet it took you nearly 10 minutes to get that bugger in. 27 pound pike. That's got to be, what would you say, Seamus? That's got to be at least, it's got to be at least 4.5, 5 foot long, that? No. About 4 foot long, I would say. Happy Fishing UK, pleased to see you. Nice of you to pop in. Everybody, hit the like. Say hello to Happy Fishing. 25 pound. See, I'm jealous. I've never ever caught a pike. I've had one grab a roach as I'm bringing it. Or was it a dace? whatever it was, he grabbed the fish as I was bringing it in. I saw it and it let go. And as I said last week, I've had worrying the keep net on a what's it before, and felt tempted to just drop a bleak in front of the nose. But oh, lovely. 25 minutes to land. Over here, if you get to the end of a competition and you've got a fish on, you have to shout "fish on," and you've only got 15 minutes to bring it in. Otherwise, they don't count it. So, I'm brilliant. How are you? Happy Fishing UK. Obviously, you've said you're good, but no, it's nice of you to come in. We'll have a good chinwag. I've got a few things that I've seen in the fishing press, because obviously doing what I do, this is what I'm going to do every week. I think. Well, I'll grab the fishing press. We'll see if there's any news out there, and we'll have a chat about what we think about, some of the stuff that's happened this week. Obviously, there'll be some good stuff, there'll be some interesting stuff, and then there'll be some funnies as well, I think. So, yeah, I was going to say, sometimes I've seen pike that are really long but don't weigh that much, and then you've got those that are really, really deep, and I'm sure they're females, but they've got a massive head, almost like a crocodile style flat head. Those are quite good. Interesting. Rob Piker's still here. I'm sorry, mate. You said you were going, but you can't stop, can you? I'm so pleased I'm so pleased you're finding it interesting, but is that right? The river pike fight harder compared to lake pike. I wonder if that's the same sort of situation that you've got with a barbel. I don't know whether it's the. I mean, you guys who predator fish probably know this better than me, or river fish better than me. Do you think it's the oxygen going through the gills, which is giving them a bit more, chutzpah, a bit more fight in them, or what do you think? Yeah, and that obviously they have to build the muscle mass up, don't they? Let me just move this away slightly because it's rocking as I'm talking. So I should imagine they would have to build up muscle mass. So and that's going to be heavier than any fat that they put on during the season or whatever. So see what Mike's got to say. The rain. Anyway, I watched the video. Excellent, mate. Did you get my message about? Yeah, I did. I will paint you a tench, mate. That's to be honest with you, I've already painted one, but I'm not going to send any of the pictures out until, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to upload. I think I said last week I'm trying to do 3 videos a week. So there'll be a fishing video, a tutorial video, and a painting video. And every now and again I'm going to throw one of the news ones in as well. So, but yeah, I've already done it and I've got it earmarked for you, Mike. So don't worry about that. He looks right miserable on the picture as well. He does. Right. Rob Parker, I think he's agreeing with what Seamus is saying and what I'm saying, that he's probably the muscle mass of actually having to sit in the current. I know they go in slack water, and that's where you should aim for, just off the main flow. But they still have to what's it? Mike, it's free, mate. It's free. Don't worry about it. I ain't charging people for them. It's just lovely that people are showing the interest and coming in. Mate, it's a pleasure to do. Rob Piker said he's going. Let's see in the next 5 minutes if he comes up again. Right, he's got to pay a forfeit. So, but thanks very much for coming in. It's been great hearing from you. And please, just try and get out on the bank. The more of us that get out on the bank, the better the lakes and the rivers are looked after. Especially people who care about the fish and the actual places that we live. So, Seamus, is a question for you, because I'm sorry, I do have to keep reading it. Seamus has just commented, it's because of the current that they have better muscle power compared to lake fish. Okay, Seamus, I really do agree with you there. but do they tire quickly? Are they like a I know when they're hunting, they smash and grab, but do they tire quickly after once you've got them hooked? Are they a bit like a bream? So there'll be a dart and a run, and then sort of give up a little bit. Don't know. So I'm asking the question. Rod Pike is back again. He's back again. He's got to pay a forfeit now. What do you reckon we should make him do? Go fishing. That's what he's got to do. If you come back in again, you've got to go fishing, Mike. I couldn't believe how well that painting of the brain turned out. You're multi-talented, Bish. It's something that I've always loved doing, and you know yourself. If there's something that you really like or you really love, it's not a chore. It's something that you like to do. What I tend to do with just as a very quick thing about the paintings. What I tend to do is I know the outline, so I will have a picture on my computer of a bream or a perch or whatever. So I know the shape, I know where the fin should be, I know that kind of thing. But then once I've got the shape on the paper, then something just seems to take over, and then you're building up layers and layers of color, and then that way you're getting. It makes it to me. It makes it sort of come alive a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a flat piece of paper. So, yeah, there we go. Seamus, I'll be able to pay you, mate. You don't worry. I'm sure I'll best get you. I will try my best. What you could do for us, Seamus, is because I'm gonna paint Mama Pike for Seamus, but I do need a picture of him because I don't know if you're aware. A lot of you who fish pike and stuff like that will know they've all got their individual look and their style and their pattern, and again, personality. From what I can see, there's some that are pretty sort of angry all the time. There's others that are pretty placid and they'll just take and go and stuff like that. But no, Seamus, what you could do is sort me out a lure that you think not a pike lure. I need a perch lure to do because I'm gonna walk the whole of the canal by Bell's Mill because he owns the rights there. So I'm gonna walk for a couple of miles until I catch a perch over £1. I'm not coming away until I do it myself. Now, they have plenty of reserve. You'll get the initial fight, but believe me, I say it's yeah. They also, I've seen it where they see the net and they're off again, and they sometimes. So yeah, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna couple of things that I saw in the angling press. This is the Angling Mail, right? Listen to this. A British fisherman fishing in Thailand. Can we have some people? I'm going to ask you to guess, right? Siamese carp, the big fish. And he's just an English fisherman. I'll see if I can find his name. John Harvey. Well done, John. Amazing job. Anybody hazard a guess how heavy this fish is? £16.5 stone. Oh, come on, mate. Give it me in pounds. You're 16.5 stone. No, it's not 400. It's not £470. It's £232 of fighting Siamese carp. And there it is there. Look at the size of that fish there. I hope I'm going to be done for copyright for showing this. Who is it? Angler as well. Listen here, Angling Times. I'm promoting your magazine out. Brilliant magazine, actually. Absolutely cock on. This is. I love this. And I saw. Listen to this as well. This will make you laugh. Right. Let me just catch up with these for a minute. I want one. You ain't got a fish tank big enough. Happy fishing. You've had bigger, Mike. Yeah, all right, mate. In your dreams, sir. In your dreams. Right, let me just get comfortable because this is a cracking story. This is something that I'm going to do on the news channel. A guy fishing. Where was he fishing? He was fishing at Wetlands Fishery. Not sponsored by Wetlands Fishery. If they want to send me anything, no, forget all that, malarkey. In Retford Knots. You might know this, Seamus. He was fishing. Fishing overnight. He got his rods out, and he heard something outside the tent. Thought it was another fisherman, and then all three rods went off. He ran out to see what was going on, and all three rods had been trashed and on the ground. He turned round to be faced by what he thought was a kangaroo, but in actual fact, it was a wild wallaby. And apparently, this wallaby is well known, and he's done it before. So he's a serial carp fisherman messer abouter. Well, I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that. So yeah, let me just fill you in. Wetlands used to be an animal park, but when it closed its doors, they kept the animals to do lessons with local school children. So there's still plenty of them about. The wallaby Mark encountered had escaped during the night, but these animals don't usually like water, so it's very strange that he jumped in the lake. Thankfully, the wallaby was found safe and sound next day. But who's to say it won't be bouncing another angler's swim sometime soon? That is brilliant. That is absolutely superb. And I would absolutely adore something like that happening to me. So, grouper, £200. £200 grouper, amazing. Don't come in because of your eyes.
Why?
Have a look.
I know.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Kate's eyes. She looks like she's in a horror film.
Beautiful.
No, you don't. Trust me. It's all right. She's got bad.
I haven't even got high.
Well, she's rubbed her eyes with a mascara. Looks like a panda. But there you go.
Sexy panda.
But no, absolutely brilliant. And there's a guy here as well. 10-year obsession in search of a double-figure tench finally came to an end for Simon Ashton when this £10 8-ounce specimen slid over his net. Oh, imagine that £10 tench. But that'd fight like a bugger and all. That wouldn't want to come in. That would really fight like a bugger. I'm telling you. Yeah. And he's another interesting one. Another great, interesting story that I came across. I don't know if anyone's watched the news items that I do. When I first started doing the news, I was doing like proper news items. But there was one about Bob Nudd, who is a famous fisherman over here, and he'd been recalled to the England team, the England veterans team, and they were going over to Italy. And unfortunately, they've come away with no medal because I think they were scuppered by the fact that they were fishing a canal, but they didn't realise that it was a tidal canal. And the Italians, I think it was the Italians that won, and they were fishing with ragworm. Obviously, our guys didn't have any of the ragworm, so they missed out on those. So that's pretty. And it says here the worms that can give you a nasty nip were what Italy, San Marino, and Switzerland, who all won medals, used to get among the mullet. So there was actually mullet that they were putting in the nets, and that's what they were getting the weights with. There were still also tried them. The mullet especially loved them. The vets debutant and 4 times world champion Bob Nudd, who also tried the worms. They were a silver colour, and they were very much like our harbour ragworms. I think they were sourced from the estuary just below where we were fishing. I fished 2 halves on the hook for the mullies, as they were so soft that if you tried to hook a whole one, they just fell off. You couldn't feed them though. Bloody hell. And the price of them was £1 a worm. £1 a worm. Oh, God. I've seen it all now. But, yeah. Mike, this week I am mainly eating cabbage. No, this week I am at, as I say, I'm at Huntington tomorrow for a couple of hours. I'll get there about 7:30. I'll be away by 10. As I say, all I'm doing is doing a bit of filming tomorrow, a bit of B-roll, and because I want to do some more in-depth stuff about the fisheries. So I'm going to do like not really an advert as such, but like a proper in-depth sort of. So guys like you, Mike, who are local or whatever, and they go, because this is how I do it. If I'm going somewhere new, I just look at YouTube, and there's very few videos that I've seen. A lot of the videos are like mine, where someone turns up, you're sitting on a peg and you fish it, and then they show the fish that they've caught and stuff like that. But no one really shows you all the way around the fisheries, around the lakes, and they show you some of the good spots, what fish are in there, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I want to try and do, so that guys who for local fisheries, if like as I say, people like Mike who like me and fish local, if you've not been there before and you look at the video, you go, oh yeah, they've got 4 lakes, and that one there at the top on the right hand side is deeper than the left hand side, and the middle one is not pegged. Up there is all carp. That one down there's got some big stuff in. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that's what I'm looking to do, but that'll take a while. Hello, Athena. I saw the present you bought your dad. That was amazing. An amazing present. And also, I, as a dad as well of girls, I am so proud of the fact that you can hold those fish and you catch those fish yourself. Absolutely brilliantly done. And I hope you're having a nice holiday. And was it a surprise? Because Daddy was keeping it as a surprise, wasn't he? Shouldn't lie to your kids, Seamus. You're setting a dangerous precedent there, mate. Mike. I'm there tomorrow, Mike. So I'm saying nothing. But there you go. Happy Fishing UK is saying hello to Athena also. If you've not seen Seamus's videos, I know I keep calling him Seamus, but as Guardian Adventures, if you've not seen his videos, especially the last few, his little daughter Athena come as his fishing buddy. And normally, to be honest, she's doing a better job than he is, to be fair. And they did a brilliant video. You've got to check out his videos. They did a brilliant video where they actually cleaned up the bank as well, which got a lot of R's in our house off the girls and Mrs. Bishop. No, absolutely brilliant. I know, Mike. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying nothing. So, as I say, I'm there tomorrow, and I'm fishing. I'm fishing Wednesday this week. I think it says it's going to have thunderstorms, but we'll have to wait and see. But my plan is to go Wednesday. Me and Spartacus, and I might be doing a bit of a challenge. I might do my own challenge as well, something else. Mike, you saying that about the sandwiches? I've not done a sandwich review at Huntington, but they used to on a weekend open up the. There's like a sandwich bar type thing. I think it's derelict now, which was down on the main car park, And then they did a thing where they come round and you could order something and they get it from the main house and bring it down to you. But I've not had one recently. I am on TV. I'm a TV star, Athena, and don't you forget it. But yeah, you're on telly as well. I watch you on my telly because I've got YouTube on the telly as well. So I watch YouTube on there, and I watch. You're almost actual size actually on my telly, to be honest. So no, you're on TV as well. You're a TV star. You are. You carry on the way you are. You'll have your own channel. And you'll probably get more subscribers than your dad. But no, check out Asgardian Adventures, his channel. There's some great stuff. It's some lovely little like vignettes of videos as well. So Shamus does like some of the shorter videos, and then he'll do a long one, then he'll do some short ones and everything. And as I say, Athena goes along with him, and she does a brilliant job. Brilliant job. She's always up for it, which is good. And I think that's a testament to Shamus, not sort of shielding her, because a lot of people go, "Oh, you don't have to pick the fish up, Bab," and all that. But she's so used to it and handles them like a professional. So. Yeah, I know, Mike. Yeah, I get the same as well. Like, I have a conversation the one week, and then the next week he'll deny all knowledge. So, you know what, Seamus? You could actually just do as well as your channel. You could set up an Athena channel, and I don't know if you've seen. Don't know if you watch Shonduras. That's quite a nice channel. I quite like that. Best Days Ever. And he's got a daughter called Adley, and she has her own channel. Obviously, I don't watch her channel, but when she's on the What's It, and it's quite good because that's like a family sort of orientated channel. But Sean does a lot of other stuff as well. He's into gaming, and he's got like his own little what's it. But yeah, I mean, you could do anything with Athena. She's got it rocking. She's got it going on. And she's a natural on the camera as well. And you've already got the kit. I keep saying to my girls they want to try and do it, but Elmbridge, Mike. I don't know Elmbridge. Where is it? What sort of area is that? I don't think I have. No, I don't know where Elmbridge is. Is it fairly close to us? I don't know. Tell you what, while he's typing that, and while Seamus is trying to calm Athena down, I'm just going to get a drink. I suppose better bang the other elbow for what's it there. But let's have a look. What you could do, Seamus, is because they're quite they're quite robust, and she'd find it very difficult to break them. Obviously money's always an issue with everything that I do, and it is with most guys, I should imagine, when you're fishing and stuff. But if you can get a GoPro Session, which is the little square one, it's waterproof, so if she drops it in the water, it doesn't matter. It's got it's got a lovely camera on it, and it's got a half decent microphone, and you can get it in a little case, put it on and she's away. And as I say, they are robust. They've got like an outer rubber shell. There's only an on-off button on the top. There's nothing else that can go wrong. But they give quite a good picture. All right, let's see where Mike says this is. Mearside in Earlswood. Is that part of Earlswood Lakes? I fished Earlswood Lakes a long time ago, and on a match, and I was doing feeder fishing on there. No, it's not. It's not Earlswood Lake. Is it by it? Are we talking Earlswood over Solihull way that way? Has it got? I think I may have, Mike. I think I may have. Has it got a canal lake? Like a long, a round one, like a canal lake? I'm sure I have fished that one. I tell you what, Seamus. I've got it here actually. I'm just sorting all my camera gear out. It looks like this. Literally, little cube, and all it's got is an on-off button. There's no SD card in, so it won't film. But literally, just an on-off button. It's got a half decent microphone. I use it in this little. There's like a little frame. You don't have to, and then just GoPro accessories onto there. You could put it on a stick, which should help her because obviously she's only got little arms. And then you hold it away from you, and she could do whatever she wanted into that. It takes a micro SD, and it's all enclosed. There's nothing that she could get wrong with it, if you know what I mean. There's no lens that you can break really, and if she does, those are just tiny little screws. You can buy one of those, and they're quite cheap. This is what I use for close-up stuff, underwater stuff as well. I think this is water safe. To about 30 meters. It's something ridiculous like that. I'm not sponsored by GoPro, but if GoPro want to send me something, I'll be quite happy to review it. But it's absolutely cracking piece of kit. That is really good. Touching the 40s today. So whenever I go abroad, last time I went abroad I haven't been for a few years, but I used to go 3-4 times a year. But the last place I went fishing abroad was, I think it was in Rhodes, and I was fishing off a harbour, and there was an old fella fishing next to me. I was fishing like normal with a little float and a hook with a little bit of bread on, and he just got this a complete mass of tangled up line with about 30 or 40 hooks in, and stuck a loaf of bread on it and just chucked it out, and he was pulling it in, and there's about 6 or 7 fish on there. But obviously he was doing it to keep them. I was catching slightly bigger stuff, and I was just giving them to this guy, and he was obviously going to take them home and eat them. What I did see when I was there is I did see a ray about 20 foot down, because obviously the water's so clear in the med. So a ray like 20 foot down going out, big ray. That was brilliant to watch. That was. Right, I just need to also plug in the laptop because I'm losing power. Oh my god, I'm thinking. Yeah, there we go. We're all sorted. We just sort the seating arrangements out. We get a bit more comfortable. But yeah, we've I enjoy it. I don't like going on holiday and just not doing anything at all. I like to fish. I can't sit on the beach. I'm either swimming, surfing. I'm a fine figure of a man. I'm either swimming, surfing, messing about, or looking under the rocks in the rock pools and stuff like that. So a bit like Seamus actually, except he's a bit more skilled at getting the reptilians than I am. I tell you what, Mike, Seamus, if you can see Mike's question there, Seamus is far better qualified than I am for that kind of question. And obviously, this is what the live stream's for. We can all share a bit of knowledge. But as I say, Seamus is far better qualified than I am for that. But I'm thinking those from what I've seen Seamus using, he's using like the little soft-bodied lures with the beaded head, the weighted head, and the almost circle hook, isn't it? It comes down and it's got a funny shape to it, and you put the worm on. But as I say, Seamus far better qualified than me. That's why I'm going to meet Seamus, so he can pass on the knowledge. As I say, talking about being on holiday as well, fishing. Me and Libby was in Malta, and I was fishing on the rocks, and it was like it was obviously cold lava. There were lava rocks, and there was great big cracks in these rocks. So looking down, there was these like little gullies, and I was dropping little bits of prawn down, and I could see these wrasse come in and having them. And then there was a moray eel that just kept coming out, grabbing them and taking them in. But every time I put the hook there with a bait on, never touched it. It just never ever touched it. And then if you imagine there was like a big crack in the rock, I'm sat on top, and there's like a gully of about that wide going down, and the eel just swam across and disappeared up the other side. Libby sat opposite me, and I'm still fishing like that. And then all of a sudden, and if ever anyone meets Libby, she'll back me up on this 100%. The eel came out of the water across like a very like low rock pool that was on top of the rocks, slapped her legs, and went back down into the water. It was oh my god, it was I pissed myself laughing. Lib was screaming, I was laughing. It was just crazy, absolutely crazy. I went talking about fishing while we're on holiday as well. I think Seamus is answering Mike's question here. I would get a IRF fishing rod, pretty cheap, and fill all the bites on them. And for lures like 2-gram jig heads, even 1 gram, are great. And use a grub or swallowtail minnows. And yeah, all soft. Hey, Blues Guitar, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in for the stream. There's not many of us here. We're having a good old chinwag. We've had a few a few laughs and stuff like that. But thanks very much for coming in. I'll just have a. It's not a gin and tonic, honest. But how you doing, my friend? Thanks for coming in. We're just we're not a what's it channel. We're not a. I'm getting on. We're not a high pressure channel here. We just sit back and we have a good laugh and we have a good chat and stuff like that. So let's have a look. What's Seamus saying? More eyes are clever, if you say. What again? You're just pretty confused now. Bombay, man. Boy chats. Don't get that. Have I missed something? Actually, Mike, what? Sorry, blues guitar. I missed. I don't understand that. You'll have to Bombay boys. Oh, no, because it'd be blue. Or is it just the bottle that's blue on Bombay Sapphire? I don't know. Anyway, right, Mike. That's good advice by Seamus. I mean, would you really want to catch a big pike first off, or would you rather get a jack? I'd rather get a jack. Learn how to handle them, because obviously you've got to handle them properly. You've got to, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it'll be quite interesting. I might actually try and do that before I come over and meet you, Seamus. I'll look back at the what's it and I'll write them down and I'll get myself a few. I'll order some online. That's the best bet, I think. I think Mike again. Seamus is, but I think Seamus fishes more brooks, streams, and rivers than he does canals. But anywhere where it looks a bit perchy, where like you've got a few reeds, you got what look like snags and stuff like that. But obviously you've got to watch that you don't snag up that kind of thing. But on the edge of bridges, that kind of thing, where there's an inlet or an outlet, they tend to congregate. Anywhere where like food could come to them, I think is the way to look at it. So if there's any kind of flow, so there's an inlet pipe or an outlet pipe, anywhere, that kind of thing, you might be able to get one. I think when I do it, Mike, I'm just going to try all over. I'm just going to give it a, do you know what I mean? I'm just going to try all over. Maybe we could do it together. I'm all for that. We'll have a wander along a couple of idiots walking along the canal, catching nothing. But it'd be nice to have that, to be that kind of mobile, not sat in a box with a pole. So, no, I'd be quite interested in that. Sorry about that, guys. So, let's see what show us spot. Look for any structure, mate, and near trees or foundation. The perch are more likely to be there, and definitely in the slant waters. Yeah, just on the edges where the food is going to come to them. So any injured fish are going to be flowing past them, or worms, or any grubs that have fallen from a tree or anything like that are going to have. So yeah, also look for the fry. It's a really good one, that is. I remember old, I don't know if these are old wives' tales, and I don't know if anyone else has heard these ones, but back in the day, years and years and years ago, my granddad told me that, so we're talking at least 100 years ago, that my granddad told me that his granddad, what they used to do was they used to get a dead chicken or a dead rabbit or whatever and tie it up in a tree a week or so before they went fishing, so that obviously the maggots and things like that would be in it, and then they'd obviously drop into the water periodically, and that'd be like pre-baiting a swim. I don't know how true that is, or whether that's just one of those urban myths or whatever. So I've got Mike. I've bought an 8 foot spinning rod and reel, a Shakespeare one. Have a look on have a look in Amazon, and I think it's called a Firebird, or it's got some kind of strange name like that. But the reel is red, and so is the rod. The rod and reel's red, I think, and that was quite cheap. I got the rod and the reel for about 23, £24. And as I say, they're Shakespeare, so they're quite good. Is that where you are, my friend? With blues guitar, you would be down south, wouldn't you? Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Do you get? Obviously, you go fishing. Do you ever like come across the gators and all that kind of stuff? And how serious a threat are they for? Would you fish from a boat or would you fish from the bank? I should imagine from the bank would be a lot riskier than fishing from a boat. Oh, you buy and sell stuff. Interesting, Michael. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I might have to get together, young man, and have a chat about a few things. But oh yeah, well I remember, ordered some more prototype merch today. Obviously, I'm preempting things, but I should be wearing one of them next week, which is quite interesting. I'm not saying it's a t-shirt. I've ordered a few, so there might be a few giveaways coming up as well. So excellent. Let's have a look. See what Blues guitar said. Oh, get myself comfortable on here. The chair's collapsing, the cushions are collapsing. Oh wow, man! Blues guitar. What's your name, my friend? I can't keep calling you Blues guitar. But Seamus, are you reading what Blues Guitars put in about the gators? Imagine that. Oh, when you go out at night, I remember seeing because obviously we have nothing like that at all. We have nothing that is a predator of any size. The biggest we've got is a red fox, which is, we haven't even got wolves. We've got nothing. So I remember seeing a what's it program where they go out hunting for them at night, and if you catch their eyes with a strong beam, a strong light, and that looked a bit terrifying to me, to be honest. That's like me, mate. Everyone calls me Bish as well. Even my wife calls me Bish, and even my dad calls me Bish. Obviously, my first name's John, but everyone calls me Bish. Oh, so what did you do at the boat ramp? I'd go, it's all right. We'll go to another one. But obviously the car's there waiting to get the boat out. Oh nah. Gotta be honest, mate. Excuse my French, but I'd shit myself. The Creole Nature Trail, that sounds so exotic to us here. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I remember I saw I can't remember what program it was very very recently, and no, what it was, I don't know if anyone watches Joe Rogan. He does a podcast. Great stuff. Really sort of interesting, all over the place kind of stuff. But he was saying that some coppers had stopped a guy, and he tried to escape, and he jumped off a bridge and landed on an alligator. And then like there was about 5 or 6 of these alligators, and they just ripped into this guy, absolutely devastated him. Get us Guardian Adventures. Used to breed them. Used to breed with gators, did you? Well, that was a bit precarious, to say the least. My the only alligator joke I know is, can someone get me an alligator sandwich and make it snappy? Da-dum-dum. Hi, thank you. I'm here all week. But there you go. Oh, lovely. I'm sat by the back door here with the back door open because we've had a cracking day here today. I've been, as I say, been messing about with drones today, doing a little bit of editing, ordered some merch, as I say. I've had quite a productive day, really, to be honest. Quite a productive day. Oh. Unfortunately, this sofa that I'm sat on here, as you can see, the cushions are all coming up and all that kind of thing. It's my daughter's old bed settee that she had in the loft, and she got rid of it. And I said, "No, leave it. And we'll have it in the kitchen." It's just a drop down place where we have a chat when we all come in from work and stuff like that. So. I am going to have a day on the river this year, Mike. I mean, as I say, I'm going to spend some time with Seamus. I'm going to spend some time with a guy called Steve, Black Country Piker. We're going to spend some time with him. There's also, does anybody watch the Catch Fishing channel? Mike, you might watch that. That's Jamie Harrison. He goes fishes for Matrix. Does a lot of feeder fishing. Should be doing something with Jamie later on. We're quite good friends. Right, let's have a look at blues. Do you know what? Blues, if oh god, that I tell you what, I wouldn't be pulling that string with a chicken neck. Oh no. Oh no, we it's part of our holiday thing. We go crabbing on the piers and around the harbours and things like that. But we don't get crabs that you can eat. You can eat them, the shore crabs, but they're probably maximum size is about that size. I have caught a spider crab of about that big, and that's his body was that big, and his legs came out there in a net that was that big, and I got him almost to the top, and he dropped out. But that was a day and a half. That was brilliant. Oh my god, people are writing books here. Right, Seamus is talking to Mike. Mike's trying to find out where you can catch barbel. But I've seen those. And Blues is talking about blue crab. I've seen the guys catching that. They look pretty vicious. They do. They look like they're they're up for it. Like, you know, hey, come on, come on. And yet, what did I see the one guy do? He put his foot on the back of the crab because he put his foot on the back, and then did he put elastic bands on, or he did something? But and then because when we pick the crab, when you pick a crab up here, you have to grab it at the back, obviously, because the claws. But I've seen those blue crabs. They've got particularly long claws and long arms. I want to call them at the legs, aren't they? Long legs at the front. So. So Mike's going for it tonight. He's getting a right tutorial off Seamus. Seamus, start charging him. Seamus in his secret barbel spot. So just talking to Buzz now with the blue crab. It's a good eating crab. I take it, this one. Is that because Blue, is that because they're more flexible, the little ones, or is that just because their arms are sort of closer to? I'm trying to imagine how they could actually get to you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep engaged, but I'm also trying to read this here. Obviously, the light's getting darker outside. So I've got the light on there, but it's starting to look a little bit grainy. But this is brilliant. This is what I like live streams to be like. I know I'm saying it about my own one, but it's more when people come in and we have a chat, and it's not the big pressure to subscribe, do this, do that, do this, do this, do this. Do you know what I mean? Hiya, Angela Liam. How you doing? Nice of you to come in. Please hit the like, do that business. Liam, you're just catching up. We've got blues guitar guy fishing from Louisiana over in the States. We've got Asgardian Adventures, which is Seamus. He's on his holidays in Spain, but God knows what he's doing on here. And we've got Mike Tyson, who's a local fisherman to me here. So great stuff. Absolutely great. So we're just having a little chat. As I say, it's not one of those pressure channels where we're all going, let's grow. I mean, it's a good idea, and I've picked up a few subscriptions like that. But I'd just rather do this. I'd rather have a ramble and a chat, talk about this. Anyway, Liam, what you been up to this week, mate? You been fishing this week, or what's going on? I'll just grab a drink of water. It's water. It's not gin. That's it. Let's everyone have a chat. Liam, I did. Was you fishing a comp, or is that are you guesstimating that's what you had, or was you on a competition? Because I fished on the Arrow Lake last time I went to Altus. I've still got the video, which I need to put up. But I had a brilliant day, an absolute brilliant day. Mike, what all you need to know about the Bells Mill Canal thing is get yourself to Bells Mill, park in their car park, go down into the calf, get your ticket off in there. I think it was a couple of quid. And then from the car park is literally, there's a gate, and 20 yards is the canal. And that's how you get there. That's how you get it. It's so easy. I don't know what it's called though. I think it's probably called Bells Mill. And if you go through that gate and turn left, you go down towards where the glassworks are. I think it's called the Red Glassworks. Liam, what pool was you on, buddy? As I say, I fish Arrow Lake, and I don't think I had £100, but I had everything. I had every single fish you could possibly have. I had gudgeon, roach, perch, bream, silver bream, barbel, carp, F1s, everything. Absolutely, it's a brilliant day. I've got it all on film, and that video will come out soon. That video will come out pretty soon. Horseshoe Peg 22. I'd need to try the different ones. I went there. Did you find it quite expensive? Do you find Alf Church expensive? See, I don't know whether I paid a deposit for the net and never got my deposit back because he was weighing in at the time and I couldn't wait. See, Liam, I need to because I'm all pole at the minute. I'm all pole fishing. But do you know what? You guys, yeah, I think it's expensive, Mike. You guys have sort of inspired me a little bit. Do you know what? I think at Onington on Wednesday, I'm going to fish the waggler. I am. I'm going to fish the waggler. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, I am. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I might do. So did you go twice this week? Get you going fishing twice. Hey Keith, how you doing, my friend? He's my brother with the same name as my mother. What? Well, his name's Keith Bishop. So, oh yeah, Keith, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you, rather. Don't know, Mike. Don't know what I'm fishing Wednesday. What pool? We're fishing Onington, but it depends. You know what it's like. If it's not raining and I can get the car up, I'll probably go up to maybe the top pool or that little square one, which nobody fishes very often. We'll play it by ear. I quite like the very top pool. I wish I knew what the names were, but I can't remember. Quite like that very top pool. And I can fish the margin then, you see, by the outlet as it comes down into the next pool. Get you angry, Liam. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Where are you going out all left, right, and centre? Are you going Alf Church on Monday as well, my friend? Mike, the square pool's very odd because it's not pegged out, and there's a big bank on the one side. I don't think they move the fish about a lot at Onington. Nobody fishes it, so every time me and Spartacus, every time me and Dad have fished it, we've had a pretty good day, to be honest. And what we do is we fish. If you imagine you're coming in from the gate, that side on the corner, just as it goes down, I always try and fish by an inlet or an outlet because I just think fish like that kind of movement in the water. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. There's some nice fish in there, some good fish in there. Predominantly carp in that one, and some good size gudgeon, almost sort of trophy size gudgeon. So I might start weighing the gudgeon. It's my only chance of getting any kind of record. Yeah, you're right, then. Yeah, while we've got the weather, let's do it. And the mussels as well on the bottom. Yeah, they need to start moving some of these mussels about because I'm sure they're pretty rare in the rivers. But Mike, so Angela saying that Alf Church is local. You're lucky having that as your local. Right? It's a pretty good fishery. Pretty good fishery. And I mean, I've only fished it once in about 10 years. And that was fairly recently. And me and Dad have both said, what a brilliant fishery. We had a great day. I'll tell you what else as well, Liam. You've probably seen the, did you see that? Have you seen the, all right, the flies, then the moths are getting in. Did you see the kingfisher at all? Because we saw him about 5-6 times. We did. He actually came across the lake. Right, it's just catching up now. Thursday out here, so mix of brain. First time using that with double cord. That's the hook bait. I was getting them on the drop. There's nothing better, is there, than getting the fish, feeding that almost in a frenzy. And oh mate, that's amazing. I love that. When Fish Bells Mill this week, and I was getting them on the drop on me, and like at one point I had 4 barbel, bang, 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 one after another. It was pretty good fishing, to be honest. If you've not read what Liam's just said, he's put, my dad pulled a mussel out, which is also attached to someone's pole that had been dragged in. Oh my God. Yeah, the main pool is that the really big pool. I think the thing about Onington is those 2 pools as you come in, the main pool and the first pool, they seem to be the best pools at Onington, to be honest. The top pool is a bit more challenging, but it's got a lot of different fish in that top pool. And that, as I say, that middle pool is predominantly carp, and there's a few what's it's in there as well. But the swan pool, which is the very top pool on the left hand side, you got kids, that's the one you want to go to. Or if you're doing some kind of challenge, or you're doing some kind of you're trying new equipment out or anything like that, that's the one. So let's have a look. I found that a small cage feeder with ground bait, 2 pound. Was it a top 2 as I lost mine there? You're not getting it back, Mike, I'm afraid. I use dead maggots as well, Liam. Dead reds. So normally get them from Mal Stories. You buy them frozen and then try and buy them in the morning, and then I let them defrost during the day, and they're really fresh. Oh God, Keith. There's always one in there. Apparently he's pulled a muscle. Blues. I like this laid back stream much better than the grow streams. It's more like mine and slime off stream. Yeah, I quite like this. I gotta be honest, mate. This is what I wanted this live stream to be. To be honest, I can't be doing with pushing and stuff like that. It's nice if you get a few subscriptions out of it and whatever, but no. And Blues, when is your live stream? I don't know what the time difference is between us guys, to be honest. I don't know what it would be for you now. And when do you do yours? Angler Liam. He just freezes whatever he doesn't use that session. Yeah, I caught on corn, I caught on meat, and I caught on pellet at Bell's Mill. I'll have to look out for it, mate. I'll have to look out for your live stream because I'd love to come in. because to me, it's like, the chat we've just had about the gators and about the different type of fish that you've got going on over there. Obviously, I don't know what you've got sort of in the rivers and the lakes by you, whether it is the bass and the alligator gar and the big catfish and stuff like that. So, Mike, leave it. Keith, don't retaliate. But yeah, as I say, I love talking to different guys from all over the place, and it just I'm yet to fish Arrow Lake. I think when I got my part. I tell you what, Liam, I fished Arrow Lake and I fished Peg One because I can't be bothered to walk too far with all my gear, and I haven't got a what you call it. I haven't got a barrow or anything, so I can't be bothered to walk that far. So we went there and fished it, and then the following week, literally the following week, Andy May fished exactly the same peg as me in the pole fishing magazine, and he had exactly the same experience as me with the fish. Obviously, he probably caught more than I would, but no, the Arrow Lake's really nice. It's almost like a canal lake, isn't it? It's a lot like a canal lake, but it's. I fished, as I say, if you fish that first peg, it's a corner, so you can fish the margin, but it's in front of you. If you get what I mean, I know it's like a strange concept, but you can fish right in the edge, but it's really close to you. Right, see what Blues is saying. North Louisiana is very much different fishing than the brackish waters or salt water of the south. I plan to do some mid-state fishing soon on the famous Toledo Bend, which I used to fish often. So, what kind of fish are there, then, my friend? What you're looking for? What's the target species that you'd be after? It's starting to look like, with the light that's coming in from that side and that side, it's starting to look like a horror movie. This is. Yeah, I think what happens is, Liam, they do about 4 or 5 different shoots in a day. So what they do is, he was on the Arrow Lake, and then they'll go up and do another shoot at the other lake. And do you know what I mean? So they can get like a backlog of shots and stuff like that for the magazine, so they haven't got to keep going to different things. I was talking to a friend of mine who actually works for one of the fishing magazines, and he says they tend to do a bulk filming or a bulk shoot at a fishery, and then during the year they'll introduce them. So I quite like Andy May, actually, Liam. I've met him a couple of times. Yeah, I'm with Seamus on this. I found that I went into a few live streams, and I got caught up in trying to grow the channel and whatever. But I think you're far better trying to grow the channel organically and talking to people who are interested in what you're doing, and they're interested in the videos, and like Liam and Keith and Mike and Buzz and whatever, we've all got an interest. It don't matter what background you're from or where you are in the world, you still enjoy the actual. For us in England, I think it's the only the only sort of legitimate way that we can do any kind of hunting. So it's it's a big man thing that it's the only way. It's the only way we catch things anyway. So shut up, Mike. If I knew how to time you out, Mike, I'd do it, but I can't. But Mike's saying it's not the light. But if I turn that off, let's see what difference that makes. Does it make any difference? It makes it darker, so I look a bit prettier, to be honest. Oh, but there you go. But anyway, what have I missed? Yeah, like I say, though, I love watching Andy and Jamie, especially when they're together. A lot of they crack me up. I was looking at because obviously with the channel, I'm trying to do different things and seeing different things and offering different things. Because I can only do the fisheries so often, and that's why I try and do different stuff, because I don't think there's anyone that does my kind of channel where we have a laugh or I do something different or whatever, especially over here. They tend to do a bit more in the States. But I was trying to do, I've lost what I was going to say now. It's gone. Absolutely gone. Oh yeah, we're talking about Andy May and Jamie. They're absolutely cracking sort of they're sort of one-to-ones that they have and stuff like that. They're pretty good, pretty good. Jamie's the most. Andy May is probably the most exuberant fisherman I've ever seen, and Jamie's a thinker. I think watching him. If ever you watch him when he's doing the videos, even when they do the live match videos, he's always looking around. He's always looking to see what the other guy's doing, and if the other guy's catching, and then he'll slightly change his approach. As soon as other people start catching up on top, he'll go on top. Someone started going in the margin and catching, he'll do that. And that's not him copying people. What he's seeing what the fish are doing and what the fish are reacting to, and then he's reacting to that. And that's why he's 3 times winner. And I've noticed that him and Jamie and Andy, are both in the Fishermania up in Doncaster. And I'd love to go, but it's just too far. It's too far for me to go. If it was in because I think they used to do it Boston or Larford. If they'd have done it there, I'd have done it. Right, where we are, where are we? I love watching Andy May and Jamie. That's me, Liam. I'm not from you, Bish. I live in Northfield. See, Mike's up there by Liam. We're all fairly close, us guys here, except for Blues and Seamus. Seamus is in Nottingham, I think, aren't you, Seamus? Blues. I don't use a gimbal. I don't think Mike and Liam do many videos at all. I know Seamus. Seamus, you use your phone a lot, don't you? I think Seamus uses his phone a lot. I don't use a gimbal. I tend to use, because my fishing is tending to be a static. I don't know if you've seen the channel, but mine's like a static sit down. And I try and bring the fish to me. So I lay a bed of bait down. I'm trying to bring them into me. So I don't particularly need a gimbal that much. But having said that, there is a gimbal on my drone. But I did see. Let me think if I can remember who it is. I think it was more a gimbal for a phone rather than a camera. But no, I'm with you, mate. I want to try and get some more smooth pictures, some more buttery type stuff. Sorry, I turned into Peter McKinnon then. But no, we don't use a gimbal as such, mate, to be honest. Right, where are we? I'm totally lost. Roeath Park. I've heard Roeath Park's good. I'd love to. Do you know what, Liam? I really, really miss fishing competitions. When when you're a man of my don't get me wrong, I'm in my prime. But when you get to a man of my years, there aren't many sort of sporting pastimes that you can compete in. But fishing is one of them, and I'd love to carry on competing. But I can't give the time to it. I can't fish at weekends when most of the whatsits are, and then when I'm fishing in the midweek, I can't guarantee that I'll fish the same time every week. So there's only a few places that do opens on a Wednesday, and then I am Liam. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Fish with Bish on Facebook, and I think if you look for Fish with Bish on Instagram, I'm there as well. I'm also on Twitter as well. I've not put a lot on Instagram. I've sort of come off social media a bit. I do Twitter, and because I'm doing this a lot more now, because I'm trying to produce more content. So I do this on a Friday. As I say, I do a painting video, one painting video a week, and then I'm hoping to do a tutorial video or a review video. As I say, I'm doing this one's coming out this week. The meat cutter, the matte meat cutter, which is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. All right, where are we? Let's go and mention nuts. Where are we going? Which I can't. Blues, so am I, mate. But I get away with it because I can edit quite well. I'm a rubbish cameraman, but I'm an all right editor. So this is what I say about the fishing, because most of my videos are about. It depends what kind of day I've had, but about half an hour long maximum. If you condense, I take about 8 hours worth of video, condense it down to a half hour. It looks like I'm probably one of the best fishermen in the world. But what you don't see is the half hour or the 45 minutes where sometimes I don't catch a bloody thing at all. So, Mike, what do we do for a job, mate? I work at a supermarket. I work nights at a supermarket 3 nights a week. Basically, what happened was very quickly. This is an old story now. I've told a few guys this before. What happened was I had quite a what's it job. It took me all around the country. I'd be in Glasgow one day, then I'd be down in Exeter the next, and I'd be flying up there, and I'd be in a hire car going this place, then that place, and everything. I was doing 60 hours a week. Me and Libby were both doing 60 hours a week, so I didn't see my kids growing up at all. I did that for years, and then what happened was Libby sort of overtook me on the wages front by quite a lot, and she said, "Right, well, we both can't do 60 hours a week." So I took a step back, and now I do YouTube for 4 days a week, and I work for 3 days a week, 3 nights a week. Easy job. I just stack shelves for 3 nights a week. I have no qualms about telling people it's hard work when you're there. Though physically it's quite hard, but I don't have to think about it. I leave there on the Wednesday morning. I don't even think about it again. It's not like my old job where I used to worry. So so I've moved off from that, and then I moved on to that, and I look after the house. I do all the cooking and stuff like that. And as I say, my main thrust now is to make a go of YouTube. So as I say, I'm quite happy. People know what I do. I'm not ashamed of it. It's a job, And what it's for is it pays for like the incidental stuff. So right, where are we? What do I do for job? Oh my goodness me. Andrew Fishman has joined the fray. How are you doing, Andrew? Lovely that you could make it, mate. I'm so pleased you've come in. If anyone doesn't know Andrew Fishman, or Andy, let's call him Andy. He's from Australia. Got a cracking channel, really good channel. I did him one of the paintings of the carp, and it got stopped in biosecurity in Australia. That made me laugh so much. Whether they thought it was a flattened fish inside the envelope, I don't know. Blues has just said hello to Andrew, and Andrew's just said hello to Blues. Andrew says he's terrible at both cameras and editing. Tell you what you're good at, Andrew, and I meant to say this to you the other day. I don't know any of you. I mean, obviously, some of the guys who haven't got a channel who are in the stream don't know this, but Andrew's always there for you. I've never known anyone who supports channel so much as Andrew. So please give his channel a look. Got a great channel. Did a brilliant one about an opening of a picture. That's the best one I've seen him do. But no, absolutely great channel, great guy, and he really sort of supports everybody. And I think this is what I like about this kind of stream rather than the high pressure ones and things like that. Is we come in and I know virtually everybody that's here, and if I don't know them, I'm getting to know them, and there's no pressure on like other people coming in and we've got to do this and we've got to do that. But Andy K. I don't know who Andy K is. No, I don't know who Andy K is. Flaming the envelope with the picture. You got him, mate. That's amazing. I love that. The biosecurity for a painting. Blues, I tell you what I use for editing. Laptop. Use a laptop, and I use Filmora, Wondershare Filmora as the editing software. I've just upgraded to 9, Filmora 9, and I don't know if it's because it's what I use from the beginning or whatever, but it's so straightforward to use. It really is so straightforward to use. There's a few tricks and stuff like that I've taught myself. I use YouTube to teach myself how to do most things on here, to be honest. Excuse me, they've got like a music library, they've got an effects library, transitions to put wording on and stuff like that. To put text on, and stuff like that. And I just find it quite straightforward to use. Andy K. I don't know who Andy K is. I'll have to look him up, mate. Seamus, shut up. He's chilling in Spain. Shut up. What you? It's been pretty warm here today, to be honest. Who's Andy K, Andrew? Is that his actual channel, Andy K? Because I'll have to have a look. I'm going to talking holidays. Okay, I'll check. I'll check that out after. I'm off to a place called Coverack down in Cornwall in the beginning of August. So I'm hoping that we'll have to see if we can get Andy in. We'll probably enjoy this kind of stream where we're not trying to sell our grandmothers to each other for a subscription. Oh, Seamus, you know what you've just done? You know what you've just done? You've just let Andrew Fishman, you've just opened the door to him, and here he comes. I can hear him typing from here. He's now going to tell us how hot it is in Australia, or how hot it has been in Australia. It's what he does. More of a dry heat. It's a dry heat. It's not wet. Crotch wet. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, we want to talk hot and humid. I think you get that, don't you, Blues? It's quite sort of... Blues, is it quite humid there in Louisiana? I sort of got it in my head that it's hot and sticky. You got like quite a lot of humidity in the air. I don't know. It's not like a desert heat. It's more of a tropical heat. Oh yeah, I forgot it's your winter, isn't it, Andy? It's If anyone's not watched Andrew's channel, please take a look at when he had the puppies, and he's now got one of the puppies. Is it one of the puppies that you've now got? Is it Harvey, who's your fishing companion? God's own country, Andrew. Oh, but that's lovely on the coast. I'd possibly live in the UK. I'd possibly live. The actual road that I live in is probably the furthest point from any coast in the UK. Mike and Liam will probably argue with me now and say it's them. Yeah, take a look at Andrew Fishman's videos with the puppies. They're quite funny, especially where he's washing them. He got his hands full there, I'm telling you. I've never been to Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. The problem I'd have now is if I went to these places, if I went to the States or I went to Australia, I'd want to go and meet everybody. I'd want to go and see Andy. I'd want to go and see RKJ. I'd want to go and see Robbie. Do you know what I mean? It's you've got like this thing now where you want to go and see the others, the guys that you know on here. It's a bit of a thing. Ooh. Oh, it sounds lovely, Blues. Sounds lovely. Love to live in the woods or close to the woods. Mind you, it might be called Piney Woods, but it might not be piney. It might not be woodsy. Do you know why I think you can handle it, Liam? It's because you're on holiday, you're actually abroad, so you're not having to think about work and all that kind of thing. So it's a different kind of sort of heat and all that kind of stuff. So Andrew, stop it! You're doing nothing for Anglo Australian fun, but I agree. Yeah, we tend to not slap on the old sun cream very much because we don't get the sun very often. We think that we can get away with burning so that we can go brown, but not realizing that you're just burning. I've got to be honest, Seamus, I don't burn either. Don't know whether that's because I spend so much time outside, and it's just in my skin. I think we had this conversation the other day. Me and my wife was just saying that because they're always saying to me, "Why are you so brown?" Even during the winter, and it's just because I'm out there. And I think a lot of the time it's windburn rather than sunshine. To be honest, it's just weathered skin. So give me another couple of years, and I'll have skin like saddlebags. Yeah, yeah. The SAS guys are a bit tasty, let's say. Yeah, Pom's his age's old nickname, to be honest. No, they've never played the English. They always play the Poms. Let's see what Mike's got to say. Thinking of giving up my job, which pays well to go part time and spend more time with the kids. What would your advice be, Bish? Mike, I can't give you the advice, that kind of advice. The only thing I'd say to you, my friend, is that it worked for me. I didn't see my eldest daughter for, as I say, I'd be working away for so long and then just come back at weekends and stuff, and I just didn't see them. And now I see them too much. No, not really. Love my kids. And they both turned out to be beautiful young ladies and well behaved as well. So far, touch wood. But money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. If you can find yourself something where you're quite happy. We were talking about when I was at I did the charity day Willow Marsh. We had a conversation off camera. There's a conversation on camera as well. But me and Mark had a conversation about they're just people are sort of under pressure all the time, and pressure to perform, pressure to bring in the bacon and all that kind of thing. And then as soon as you take that foot off the pedal, everything becomes that little bit easier and a little bit better. So. Oh, that's totally random. That is Blues. Blues has put all I know about Aussies is that women in Sydney like Bacardi rum. Women everywhere like Bacardi rum. Blues. Oh god. Bundaberg dark rum is much better than Bacardi though. Only decent thing to come out of Queensland. I'll tell you what's really, really nice. Is over here we get this spiced rum called Kraken. Seamus might have heard of it, and Liam and Mike. Yeah, it's called Kraken. Oh, it's very, very nice. Like Spice Drum. No, Liam, you can't. Yeah, Liam's right. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. It was the right time for me to step back, and I could step back because we got into a situation where one of us was earning enough that the other one could take a step back. But at one point, we were sort of dead heat on the money wise, but we were both doing 60 hours a week, and we'd have like a lot more than we've got now, and it'd be a lot easier than it is now, but it wouldn't be as nice. That's the only thing I'd say. So blues, what you trust me. That's a true statement. Money brings more stress and responsibility. Blues, if I could do without money, I would. If I could just play the blues guitar all day. I can't play a note, by the way, but I'd be quite happy with that. So, yeah, Bacardi Select. Yeah, do like rum. Yeah, Andrew's right there. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is as long as the lack of money and income isn't the big stress thing, and it becomes worse because of what you do. The stress becomes higher because of what you do. Then it's something to think about. Well, Mike's just asking. Yeah, it's a question for all of us here. What's your choice of? What's your drink choice? Top three. Top three, I would say it's just lager. Is the first one. Second one would be the Kraken, and third would be, now this is controversial, would be gin and tonic with a cucumber mixer. You can get like a cucumber style soda water, which is really, really nice. Just suits it quite nicely. Very girly, I know, but those are my top three. Anyone else? What's your top three, guys? Blues, I'm with you all the way, mate. I'm with you all the way. My happiest moments are when me and Lib are out on a walk, me and my wife are out on a walk, or we're sat on I've got a decking just here. We sat out on the decking and we're just having a chat and whatever. I've totally gone off money. I've totally gone off TV. I don't watch TV anymore. Occasionally I'll watch a series that's any good. If it's any good, I'll watch it. In my view, if it's any good. But mainly I watch YouTube. I watch YouTube fishing videos. I watch a lot of the guys that are on here. Blues guitar, I've got to catch up with you, my friend. But I will do. But like, and I try and teach myself something because I went through a stage of, and I think we've all done this, where you're on an autopilot and you're just going along, and you're doing nothing to the left ear, nothing to the right ear. You're blinkered and you're just moving along that line, and you're doing nothing else. So I just decided quite a while back, about a year and a half ago, that I was just going to teach myself something new every day, and that's what I do. So look, where are we? I'm way behind now. Angelino, Disariano, I don't know what that is. White rum and lemon Fanta. Oh, white rum and lemon Fanta. Oh, I see where you're going with that one. Oh, Copperberg strawberry and lime. I'm not a fan of Copperberg. Gotta be honest, not a fan. I like having it. I like having it as well. Right, my top three, straightforward. I'm a real sort of just Englishman at heart. So, first one would be a nice lager. So, ice cold lager. Then it'd be the Kraken rum. And then thirdly, it'd be a gin and tonic. Strangely, we were talking about this earlier, but a gin and tonic with a cucumber soda mixer. Sounds bizarre, but they just seem to work together. Love it. Really nice. But strangely, I like them all cold. Do you know what I mean? The colder, the better. Strange. Oh, and coffee. Drink coffee by the bucket, I do. Way too much coffee. Andrew Cooper's Pale Ale. Hop Hog India Pale Ale. And a good red wine. I do like a nice Merlot on a red wine. I've got to be honest. I'm there with Andy. I'm not a big drinker, to be honest. I don't drink loads and loads. I quite like a every now and again, but not very much. Marzipan flavour. Interesting. Mike's asking top 3 fish. Right, let's have a look. Dark rum and coke is about all I drink. Occasional ice cold. Dark beer and a Pinot Grigio with fish. See, I've said my 3, and now everyone's coming in with their 3, and I'm like, Anyway, what was the other question? No, I'm not much of a drinker, to be honest. Mike's asked top 3 fish. What's your top 3 fish? You can either have top 3 fish that you eat or top 3 fish that you catch. So Liam's put a barbel, a mirror and then bream. Seamus, he likes Witchwood Brewery ales, any mead, and most whiskies. Is mead's I remember seeing it was in a film, and someone said they were offered a drink and they said they couldn't drink it because of their religion, and then they said, well, it's not brewed, it's a mead, so it's made from honey. That's a really old-fashioned. You're an old-fashioned kind of guy at heart, Seamus. Mike's favourite fish are tench, barbel, and crucian carp. Angler Liam doesn't eat fish. Mike, what's mead? Mead, as I say, it's a drink based on honey, and it's like brewed. It's hard to explain. Seamus, can you explain it? It's a type of, as I say, it's a really old-fashioned kind of drink. Top 3 fish. What, carp or yellow belly cod? And then freshwater jewfish, bream, and whiting in the salt. Barramundi, Philippine salmon, up north. See, all those fish to us are really exotic, except for the carp. I remember seeing barramundi on because we used to have over here. We used to have Rex Hunt a lot. He was on every Saturday morning. I used to love it. The bearded burbler. Whatever happened to him, Andy? I can't remember. I don't know whether I just stopped watching it, or I don't know whether I just stopped watching it, or whether he went off, or I don't know what happened. Yabba, folks. Yeah. I used to really love that. Top 3 snacks. Top 3. I tell you what, Liam. Yeah, top 3 snacks. Dad, Spartacus brings every time we go fishing. He either brings a jumbo sausage roll for me and him each, or a pork pie. So I've got to say that's sausage roll, pork pie, or you've seen it on the videos on the sandwich reviews. It's bacon, sausage and egg with red sauce. Those are mine. God, Mike, 3 chocolate bars. Chunky Kit Kat. Snickers. And a Twix. Oh, chips and salsa. See, I'm really so. I keep thinking people are asking me what the top 3 are, and then I come up with my top 3, and then I start thinking to myself, "Hang on a minute, they sound better than mine. I need to think about my top 3s a bit more." So like this, the seat's collapsing on me. Oh, that's just. Oh, that's better. That's a bit better. But right, where are we? Rex retired from 2. Oh, did he? Because he came over here, you know. He came over here and fished with a guy over here called Matt Hayes, who was always on as well. I like Matt Hayes. Met him a couple of times. Do you know Robbie Fishing? And I've sort of spoke to Robbie a couple of times on his channel. Oh, did he really? Brilliant. I used to love Rex Hunt Fishing. Him and his mate with the big moustache. The handlebar moustache. What did he used to say to him? I can't remember. Yeah, but I used to love that. You better. He was the one that started the kissing the fish thing, wasn't he? Give him a kiss. Hang on, Liam. You've gone down in my estimations. Cheese rolls instead of sausage. Get off. My top 3 fish to catch. Big perch, if I ever catch them. I like tench and I like carp. I like a big carp, but I'd rather have a really mixed bag. I enjoy catching those barbel in a out the lake, but I'd rather get a big barbel out the river. So I think I am going to start using my rod and line a bit more. Yeah, I think I'll retire the pole for a couple of weeks. See if I can do it. I don't think I can. That's him. K Bush. Yeah. If I could only use 3 baits for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, you've got to use maggots, especially over here. You've got to use maggots because maggots is a catch-all. I'm exactly the same as Mike. I'm probably in that order as well. Maggots, corner meat. Someone else is going to say something else now. I'm going to. Let's go on adventures. He's on his holidays. He's only just come back with what made it. Oh, the South Carolina in the UK. One of your wild berries. Sounds lovely. Sprouts. Maggots, sweet corn, and pellets. See, I quite like pellets as well. I don't know if you've seen my videos. I quite like those green swim stem pellets. They always do quite well for me. Yeah, worms, maggots, and luncheon meat. We're also going with quite a natural bait, as well as everyone said meat so far. Steve Starling, yes. Yeah, he used to kiss the fish all the time. I used to love that. Sexual assault on a fish. Yeah, he probably would be. I've had alligator. I have had alligator steaks, and I think they're the cut through from the tail. I've had crawfish as well. Not had rattlesnake though. Apparently, it tastes like chicken, but that's what everybody says, isn't it? Actually, Andrew's the first one to say bread. I wonder if that's because us guys who fish the commercials were not allowed to use bread. So I used to fish with bread all the time. It was like my go-to, right? So I used to pinch half a loaf out my mum's out the kitchen, disappear for about 9 hours, and then I'd come back and she'd go, "You had the bread? Have you had the bread?" No, mum. And she knew very well I'd had the bread. Might lock him up. Frog's legs are supposed to taste like chicken. The only problem with frog's legs is, mate, the reason I don't have them is because they kick the chips off the plate. I thank you. I'm here all week. Or does chicken taste like frog's legs? Oh, now we're getting into some philosophical shit, aren't we? Hey, which came first, the frog or the chicken? Or does chicken? Tough one. Cajun boiled crawfish is the way to my heart. Or a big juicy New York strip steak. Oh, you know because I've seen with the crawfish, they do them in them big vats, and are they boiling them in water, or are they frying them in an oil, or and what do they add in when they do the crawfish? Because they always look so gorgeous. Because we have crayfish tails here, so I should imagine it's a similar type of thing, but it's what kind of flavour they put in. Is it a Cajun spice or what? See, blues guitar or blues has just said frog legs are better, but I think the frog's legs you're talking about, like the American style or the south in the south, you're talking big meaty type things. We're talking about what the French have in Paris and whatever. So. Well, what's your favourite home cooked meal? Wherever I bloody cook, because it's me that does the cooking, Liam. Liam, I'll check your Instagram out. I will check it out, mate. I haven't posted on Instagram for ages. I've sort of stepped back from a lot of the social media, except for YouTube. Mike, what's your favourite home cooked meal? And Mike's just said he's been married for 12 years and he's never had one yet. My God, we're getting so philosophical in here. Excuse me, guys. Oh. Do you know what, Andrew? I think that's how I do them. Fry them off in garlic butter. It's how I do jumbo prawns here. Or if we have them on the barbecue, we like you brush the butter on. Or sometimes I'll even do like a little tiny dish with some melted butter and herbs and garlic in, and you can just dip them in. Mum's Sunday roast. You know, Blues just says not fond of French cuisine. I'm sort of, I'm open to everything. The only thing I don't like is, this nouvelle cuisine, where I call it, it's a fish with a moat. So you tend to have these tiny, weeny little bits, and then there's a big moat of juice around it. Just give me a proper dinner. Look at the size of me. I can't have them kind of dinners. That's ridiculous. Andrew, his wife was a chef, but now she, but now she won't cook at home. I get that. It's that kind of, you don't want to be doing the horses for course. You don't want to be taking the coals to Newcastle and all that kind of stuff. Grilled shrimp is a favourite. Yeah, I love grilled shrimp. Love it. My speciality dish is I call it Mad John's casserole. And what it is it's chicken strips fried off in garlic oil first. Then I add, this is controversial now, and then I put in a tin of Heinz cream of chicken soup as my base. Then I put pulses in. Then I put, what else goes in then? Then I put thinly sliced potato, and then I put in carrots, peas, and then it's cooked very slowly for a long time, and I love that, and everyone loves that as well. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Chip or bacon butter, yes. Yeah, we call it a sandwich. Um, well, actually, we use probably butty probably more than sandwich. Even over in the where we're from, where me, Liam, and Mike are from, we're called Brummies because we're from around the Birmingham area. And it's probably a bit of a Brummie saying, actually, a butty. Top three things you get from Greg's: sausage roll, sausage roll, sausage roll. Maybe a slice. I do like the old kebab. Tell you what, Mike, by me there's a chip shop called John's Chip Shop, and he does the normal kebab. He does chicken tikka, and he does just chicken kebab, but he does a chicken tikka naan. So you get a naan bread, fills it with chicken tikka meat, salad, and then any sauces that you want. That's pretty nice. I haven't had one of them for a while though. I'm trying to sort not eat so much, to be honest. Fried bacon, mayo, lettuce, avocado, and tomato on toasted bread. Oh my god, I'm so hungry now. Oh my god, we've been going for 2.5 hours, guys, and most of you've been in since the beginning. I'm gonna knock it on the head at 2.5 hours. I'm gonna another few minutes, mate, guys, and then we'll that's it. But I will be back next Friday at 9 o'clock, and we'll have another great chat like this. It's been brilliant, this has. Absolutely great. Yeah, Blues, I'm the same. I'm starving now. I tell you what I eat a lot of. I do eat a lot of cereal. So, like, I don't know what you guys get in America and in Australia, but it's like Cocoa Pops, Frosties, those kind of things over here. Craves is a big one that the kids like. But, mixed grill. Oh, Andrew, please. I'm starving. Got nothing like that in the house. Otherwise, I'd probably end up having it. Oh, actually, I've got some minted lamb chops in the fridge. Shut up, Seamus. Telling us it's nearly 12:30 in Spain when you're on your holidays. You can stay up. 8:30. Thanks very much, Andrew, for getting up because you've come in early. Thank you very, very much for coming in. Is it 8:30 Saturday or is it 8:30 Friday? No, it's got to be 8:30 Saturday because you guys get New Year before we do, don't you? And we always see the fireworks on the bridge. I will, Blues, and I'll look out for you as well. And I will definitely look at your channel. So, I might have to do a bit of catching up. Yeah, I'm officially starving as well. I might have some toast actually. How English is this, guys? I might have a bit of toast and marmalade. Oh. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you very, very much for coming in. Blues, it's been brilliant to meet you. Andrew, thank you very much for getting up. Seamus, you shut off. You're on your holidays. Liam and Mike, I'll see you on the bank soon. Oh yeah, with a coffee. No, Liam, with a coffee. Are you a Philistine? You have a cup of tea with toast. Everyone knows it's tea and toast. Nah, I don't think we'll get to 12. I don't think we'll get to 12 unless I do it myself. Can I do it myself? No, I can't do it myself. But no, thank you very, very much, guys, for coming in. I'm going to end it there, and we're all going. Bye, boy. Thank you very much. Now, this is always very hard for me because when I end the stream, it says to me, it's come up now. Are you sure you want to end the stream? I do. Goodbye, guys. Thank you very much for coming in. Have a good night's sleep, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks.